Pussycat, welcome to my channel. My name's Emma Cownley and I'm a freelance copywriter and blogger, and today we're going to be going over the issue of passive income. Is it worth it, or should you just not bother? Before I get down on into it, I'd like to remind you to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined. You can also support me on Ko-fi if you want to, especially if you find anything that I say here today useful in a personal way. Okay, so passive income. For those of you who do not know what passive income is, it's basically an asset that you have on your website or on someone else's site, or just a fucking asset that you have that continues to make money for you in the background while you focus on your freelance job. Now that could be a course that you have on your website, a downloadable PDF or workbook, it could be an affiliate link, it could be really anything that makes money for you while you're doing your day job. Now you will find, probably, let's not overgeneralize, but it's good for the views, so let's overgeneralize, a lot of kind of hustle culture gurus and fucking, you know the ones, the fucking hustle culture fucking people that like, you can make 6 figures in a year if you just do everything that I do. People like that tend to love pushing the idea of passive income to freelancers or, you know, business people as a really easy, effective way to make extra money, to give your revenue a little bit of a boost. And as someone who has passive income assets dotted around, I thought I would share with you today my experience, whether or not I have found it to be worth it, how much money I've actually made through these things, and in my experience, what you need to do in order to make good money through passive income. I also wanted to give a shout out to Freelancer magazine. The last issue that they put out actually had an article on passive income, and they interviewed like a couple of different freelancers in different sectors about their experience with this, and I thought it was really interesting to read other people's experiences. The majority seemed to align with the experience that I've had, which is kind of what prompted me to decide to make this video. I'll leave a link to Freelancer magazine in the description box below if you want to subscribe. This YouTube channel has in fact been featured in Freelancer magazine in the past, and it's just a really nifty little publication for anyone wanting to kind of connect with their industry. So, passive income. Let me first outline the passive income assets, I guess, that I personally have dotted around so that you've got some context for where my experience is coming from here. So I have Ko-fi, as you probably know, especially if you're a regular visitor to this channel. I always include a link in my videos, and I also pop a link on the blog on my website as well. Would you look at this? Fucking hairy boobs now. Don't mind me, I'm just going to carry on while I defluff. So I set up a Ko-fi account and started popping the link in all available places. And I think at the time of filming I've had something like 47 donations in total, and that's over, I don't know, maybe 2 years or something. I do mention it in every video, but I don't like aggressively push it. It's just there if people want to do it. I also have an ebook over on my website. It's called The Witchy Freelancer, and it's basically like a little 17-page kind of a fun thing. It only costs £3, and you kind of download it, and it's got all sorts of kind of fun ways to integrate witchcraft with your freelance life. And it was just a fun little thing that I really wanted to do for myself. And until very recently, I had an online course hosted on Teachable called Badass Pitch, which was a course that takes you through the process that I use when I make journalism pitches. It was a very intensive, it was very in-depth. And that was up until very recently, yet never promoted, which is probably why you don't know about it. It was up for about a year, and I'm just kind of reworking it now, and I'm about to put it up somewhere else in the near future. But until recently, that is another passive income asset that I did have. And finally, I have an affiliate code for Sophie Cross's course, LinkedIn for Humans. I did the course myself 2 years ago and started kind of using it for my LinkedIn activities and found it to be fucking amazing. So when she started to offer affiliate codes for people that had been through the course, I fucking snapped one of those little bitches up, and now whenever I mention Sophie's course in a video here or over on my website, I make sure I include that link with a caveat that it is an affiliate link, so that I can get a kickback for anybody that uses my link to book her course. So that's just a little something about what I've been doing in the background to earn extra revenue. I've gone into a really long thing and it does not need to be this long. It does not need to be this long. So to give you some context, over the last year I've been through and kind of totted up roughly how much I made across all 4 of those passive income revenue streams, and it came out at about £477 total for the year. So roughly that's about a day's worth of salary at my day rate is what I made over the course of a year through all 4 of those assets. So if you're watching this wondering whether or not it's going to be worth your time to create an asset that will work for you in the background, I have a couple of things for you to consider before you get started, and that will hopefully help you decide whether or not you want to do it. So the first thing is it actually useful, what you're planning to do? Are you creating something just to make money? Or are you creating something that is actually useful? There is a need for this thing and people are going to get excited and buy it and use it because it's useful. Because if you're just turning out a money spinner, that's going to be quite bad for your brand overall. People aren't stupid. They can see when something has been made in a soulless, heartless, cash grab way, and they're probably not going to engage with it. So it's likely that you'll spend a lot of time and effort making something that nobody downloads. And let's not forget, you are going to have to put time and effort into it. So if you don't care about it, or you're not excited about it, or it's not unique to you, chances are you're not going to be making that thing with a lot of passion and excitement. And it will take passion and excitement to see the project to fruition, because it takes time and energy to make this shit. And you're gonna have to promote that shit. If you've made something and you know deep down it's bullshit, you're gonna have to promote that consistently again and again and again and again in order to get your money from it. And if it's shit and you know it's shit, wow.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Imagine promoting something in conjunction with your personal brand that you know is shit. You're not going to promote it. You're going to find every way possible to get out of it, because deep down you know that it's a cash grab. So my first point of consideration would be, can you find something that is unique to you? Even if it's a concept that has been done before, what will you bring to the concept that is unique to you? What's your special twist going to be on it? Is anyone actually going to find this shit useful, you know? So think about what you can bring to the table. And if you have something that you're excited about, well, then that's the first hurdle checked off. The second thing is to do a stress test. So if you have this really wicked idea and you're excited about it, I would recommend going to your target market and saying, I've had this idea for this thing. Who would actually be interested in this? And not only then are you kind of testing the water with regard to who's going to download it, but you also in that way are finding out who is going to be interested in testing this thing for you once you've made it and are ready to release it, because those same people can be your testimonial. They can say, oh, I've tried this thing and it's amazing. They can be your advocates, and they can provide that kind of social proof that you might need in order to get up and running properly. So don't forget to stress test it, and also don't forget to check whether or not there's already something like that out there. And if there is, how are you going to do it differently? How are you going to market it differently? Because why would you try and take someone else's market share when they're already established? That's not particularly clever or smart. And if you're a bigger creator, that's kind of like punching down, so maybe don't do that. The next thing you need to be aware of is that passive income isn't passive in a sense that you can't make something, put it there, and have it consistently earn for you in the background. That's the dream that you're going to be sold, and that is absolutely not how this shit works in my experience. You have to promote that shit constantly. Find different ways to spin it. Keep making sure that you're bringing it up, that you're promoting it in different ways, that you're making sure it stays relevant and that it's in the conversation and that you're enticing new people in. You're going to have to be on it, consistent, regular with that promotion, scheduling things in your social media scheduler, making a plan for how you're going to keep people excited and engaged about this thing. And in that sense, it's not fucking passive at all, because you're still working hard to market it in order to get the money that's that you've sunk into the creation of that asset. So are you willing to do the work to promote this? Because if you're not, and you want something that's just going to sit there and earn, maybe this isn't for you. And finally, I would recommend tracking the income that you're getting from each of the passive income assets that you have created. How much are you getting from affiliate links? How much are you getting from the downloadable that you've put on your website? Like, where's the money coming from? And that will help you direct your marketing efforts a bit more efficiently, and also show you what's working and what's not working. So if you decide to level up in the future and do something a bit more ambitious, you'll have a much firmer understanding of what's actually good and what's going to work for you and what not. So what are my thoughts overall? Do I think that passive income is actually worth it? No, not really. Like, you've come all this way through the video to get my final thoughts, and that's it. I think that it's sold to us in a way that makes it sound like you don't have to do anything after that first initial effort. It will just sit there and earn money for you in the background. Not the case. Usually the length of time it takes to create these assets, it will take you quite a long time to earn that money back. For example, as I told you at the start of the video, I've earned 477 odd pounds in a year. That is my day rate, and I can tell you that ebook alone took a hell of a lot longer than just one day to create. And I paid a designer to help me with the cover. So it's going to be quite some time before I actually break even on that project, just that one. So that gives you a little bit of insight into that. Also, you're going to have to be constantly promoting it, and that requires a little bit of ingenuity and smarts. You can't just repost the same advert for it again and again. You need to be a bit more clever, a bit more creative, a bit more compelling. Affiliate links and coffee are great for nice little perks every so often, but they are just little perks. Although, caveat, I will say that just before Christmas, Sophie Cross relaunched her LinkedIn for Humans course, and I did a little promo LinkedIn post for it, and I was like, this course is the fucking bomb.com. Literally, I gave her course reopening a little boost, and I was like, use my affiliate link, lol, this course is amazing. And through that one LinkedIn post that took me about 5 minutes to write, I managed to make £150 in affiliate commission just by using that link. So that's one case in which it's really quite a tasty little moment, but I mean, that's quite rare. Coffee, I'll earn a couple of quid here and there, which I do use for coffees and bunches of flowers that just brighten my day up a little bit. And in the year or so that my Teachable course was online, bearing in mind I did not promote it anywhere, I earned about £100 from that, which doesn't even cover like 5 minutes of time it took to make it. That course took me a long time to put together. So, I mean, overall thoughts, Emma's thoughts on the matter. If you have an idea you're really fucking excited about, that is original, that people want, and you're so excited about it that you're happy to promote it all the time, you're proud of it, you want to do it, and it's not necessarily about the money, but it's nice to have some kickback from a project that you've done that you're excited about, bitch, get involved. Make yourself a little asset that sits there and earns for you. You're excited about it, fucking go for it. That's how it was with me and my Witchy Freelancer ebook. It was just something I was very excited about and wanted to do, and I was happy that I could earn a bit of money off of it. And what I will say about that ebook is, yeah, I may not make a lot of money directly from downloads of that book, but number one, it was really fun to do, and I would have done it anyway for free. Number 2, I have actually scored 2 really fucking amazing opportunities off of the back of that, because people have come to my site and seen it and seen kind of where my very niche expertise sits. And I've been offered a ghostwriting job through an imprint of Simon & Schuster based on the ebook that is on my website. I did not take that opportunity, but that's a story for another day. And also was offered feature music articles with Witchology magazine, who approached me having seen my website and seen the ebook and got really excited that I was a writer who was into witchy things and also music. So I did get opportunities off of the back of that, which has in turn boosted my career and my income. What's up, mate? But if you're looking for a quick money spinner and a quick kind of little earner thing with no effort required, it's not for you, I don't think. Cat. Sorry, there's birds in the tree just over there and my cat's very excited. So those are my thoughts on passive income. This has been a very rambling long video with very little structure, despite the fact I made notes. So well done to me for completely trashing this system. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. You probably do have questions because I've handled the structure of this video so poorly. I'm happy to answer questions for you there. Come find me on social. Use Sophie Cross's LinkedIn for Humans affiliate link in the description box below and give me a coffee to further prove that passive income is worth it. And I'll see you back here, same time, same place, in 2 weeks for more Kiss My A's. Take care and peace out.